me ask you, that's the what the Jackie. One uncle, one not Jackie. I do not Jane.
Ayéjà ọmọ ayé kulẹ̀. Lásìkò tí ìṣòro bá dé o. Ìwọ lálábẹ́nu àṣà sí o bàbá. Lásìkò tí ìdààmú bá dé. Máa gbọ́ná ẹ̀gbọ́n jábúrò kulẹ̀. Lásìkò tí ìṣòro bá dé sẹ́. Ìwọ lálábẹ́nu àṣà sí o bàbá.
Yara na biyar marayu ne babansa Allah ya mai rasuwa kanin ma ya rasu babban wan ma ya rasu ba wani mai tallafa mana.
Wasu min suka sha suka mutu?
Kwanan su hudu ba su ci abinci ba sai baba su ta dafa ruwan zafi da gishiri saboda sun ishe ta da kuka cikin su ba komai suka dafa ruwan zafi da gishiri suka sha duk sun mutu malam.
Iki muke nema Allah ka taimaka mana ya taimaka mana. Muna neman abinci ba mu da abinci ga yara yan dudu don Allah don annabi a taimaka mana mu ma.
Ṣùgbọ́n lọ́dún yìí báwo ni.
Anarchy loans.
Last 1 year, just 1 year, people were collapsing. There were people that actually died because they couldn't feed. I'm talking about dying of starvation, dying of hunger. There were some others who were just collapsing on the road. A pregnant woman collapsed on the road. When they asked her what could be the problem, she hadn't heard for days. See that man that dressed up, he's out there. Nobody knows. Maybe he was actually going to work or something. He was confused. That man, they was given a plate of rice. That was Tinubu's 1 year. That nobody can use English language or grammar or phonetics to change. That is what Nigeria is in the last 1 year. A lot happened to Nigeria, ladies and gentlemen. But you see, when it comes to the food inflation, it's destroyed so many lives, so many families. Take a look at this. Meanwhile, there is a budget. Listen, there is a budget sort of a report on Tinubu's actions and inactions, the promises and the failure of last 1 year. They put it this way so that you can have that like in context, their own way. So fiscal economic policies, the Tinubu is floating the naira as we speak, but he's denying that. Also, fuel subsidy removal. Tinubu made Nigeria, there are Nigerians who believe that the reason why they are going through what they are going through right now, which is necessary. They believe that it is necessary on the part if government can fulfill their own part of the bargain. Removal of subsidy. And then be honest, clear the corruption in the oil sector, save money so that you can reinvest that same money in the economy, which can then in return create a viable economy for the people. And in, the sacrifices of maybe a year or two, they will be able to actually catch and reward that. The reward for that. Here you get. Now, the subsidy remover is officially removed. But reports even from the IMF that is giving Tinubu money, the report they have said is that subsidy is not gone. In fact, subsidy now in Nigeria has doubled. Under Buhari, subsidy was, Buhari was paying 450 billion every month for fuel subsidy. And Nigerians were buying a liter of fuel at 167 naira per liter. So Tinubu removed the subsidy. That jumped to over 700 naira to a liter. So that automatically means Nigeria should be saving at least 4 trillion naira that was being paid to marketers, that Nigeria should be saving the money. Well, in what they're hiding from you today, Tinubu's government has now been paying over 9.5 trillion naira every month in order to control how much you buy the petrol for now. Okay? So controlling that is the reason why when the exchange rate, which is the continued floating of naira, when the exchange rates plummet, right? And then Nigerian naira completely crashed. That automatically should have affected the price of a liter of petrol. And to hide that from you, they resorted to what we called dollar subsidy. They were borrowing money, okay, in order to give these importers dollars, which would have ordinarily been a problem that the Central Bank of Nigeria could not manage. So they had to borrow money. And I don't want to go fully into all of the borrowed money anyway. So to Tinubu, to the rest of Nigerians who believe in, the reason why they are suffering right now is because Nigeria is no longer paying subsidy, which is a lie. Anyway, Tinubu also introduced 50% discount for those who were traveling and then they couldn't afford to travel across Nigeria. So that has been discontinued. Tinubu also said they will pay 35,000 naira extra to workers on their monthly wages. That has been discontinued, if it was ever paid at all. Meanwhile, Tinubu has increased electricity tariff to raise money. He has enacted data protection law, they say. He has also announced implementation of the Oronsaye report, announced but never implemented. Oronsaye report is so old that if it was to be actually implemented, it would be outdated. But Tinubu announced it anyway, without having to touch anything said in that report. So cybersecurity under Tinubu, they say Cybersecurity Act of 2024, banks were mandated to levy 0.5% on selected electronic bank transfer. So they retracted that money they wanted to collect from you for Ribadu, which would have given Ribadu a free deep pocket of over 3 trillion naira every year for just, being an NSA to Tinubu. So they've said they've done, the federal government distributed 2 billion each state to cushion the effect of a subsidy removal. So they gave some states, they said they gave them to 2 billion. Majority of them said it was never paid. But in this report, they said it's done. He suspended the launch of his, expatriate employment levy, which is to say everybody who has somebody working in Nigeria, or the multinational companies in Nigeria, who have expatriates that works in Nigeria from abroad. So they will pay a certain tax to Nigeria called expatriate tax. Tinubu was asking for that, but that has been suspended for now. He said he's establishing infrastructure support fund for states. Okay, they said that too, another lie. Cushion excise affected tariff amendment order. Customs excise tariff. Tinubu has increased the import duty to Nigeria. They have increased that 7 times in the last 1 year. Between January and May 2024 alone, they have increased import duties in Nigeria 6 times. Now, and then they changed the exchange rate as well. So 5% excise tax on telecommunication service, which is the condition given by the IMF before they will give them a loan of $750 million. So they said they have to introduce telecoms tax. Okay, and that is if you make call, if you send text message and all of that, Tinubu will collect 5% of your recharge card every time you put that up, kind of. Anyway, at the end of the day, between before Tinubu and 1 year of Tinubu, crate of egg was 1,200 naira. Today, it is reported to be over 4,000 naira. A carton of Indomie was 2,400 naira. Today, it is over 4,800 naira. Bag of rice was 32,000 naira. Today, it's over 85,000 naira. 12.5 kg cooking gas was 2,000 naira. Today, it is 20,000 naira. A liter of petrol was 167 naira. Today, it is over 700 naira to a liter. In fact, this was actually like before Tinubu, Bokwari and all that. Electricity tariff was put at 4 naira per unit. Today, it is 206 naira per unit. Loaf of bread was like 700. Today, you'll get that for 1,500 naira. Sardine was put at 300, but today you would not get it less than 1,200 naira. Well, pig milk was 250. Today, you won't get it less than 700 naira. Well, spaghetti too was 300 naira today. You will actually have to deal with some crumbs for 900 naira. Then the beans, the Rika, was 350. That thing, today you would need 1,100 naira to be able to afford one. A pint of gari was 800 naira before Tinubu. It is over 2,000 naira now. And the frozen fish was 700 naira at the time per kilo. Today, you will not get it less than 3,000 naira. And also, and finally, for those who put this together, the certain pieces of tomato was 250. Today, you will be lucky to buy it for 2,500 naira. It is going to get worse. According to them, Nigeria and Nigerians are battling with hyperinflation. And we are talking about over 40% hyperinflation in the last 1 year alone. And you have 7 years to go. Now die, people there. So let's continue from the northern part of Nigeria. Babu Abinshi. They have turned everybody into, just looking for something to eat. Everything else can wait. In everything you do, whatever you are facing, please try and eat. Because eating today is like luxury. And it's going to get worse.
Ya sunan shi shugaban kasan Tinubu muna kai kuka gurin Tinubu ya taimaka mana ya dubi girman rigasa muna cikin wahala muna cikin tashin hankali ciwo ya dame mu ba kudin magani ba abin da zamu ci mazajen mu ba aikin yi ƴaƴan mu ba aikin yi in sun taba a kama su a musu cin mutunci dan Allah dan Annabi a taimaka mana a ba mu ƴaƴan mu aikin yi da suke taimaka mana muke cin abinci mun kawo kuka gare ka Tinubu ka taimaka mana.
Ina kira ne ga gwamnati ta duba halin rayuwar da ake ciki yanzu na a anguwan nan namu mutane sukan kwana da yunwa wasu kwanan su 5 wasu kwanan su 4 a kwana a wuni ba a ci ba a sha ba su da abin da za su ci sannan in kana da dan kuɗi kalilan abinci baya sayuwa shinkafa yanzu nan wanda talaka yake iya siye 1,500 ne garin tuwo 1,600 da 700 dan Allah dan Annabi ina za a da mu ne saboda Allah mu dai tunda muke a duniya shekara na 50 kenan ban taba gani irin wannan halin rayuwa da muka shiga halin yunwa ba gwamnati muna kira idan ba za ta shigo da abinci ba mu ba a ce a ba mu kyauta ba a shigo da abincin a sauƙaƙa ma talaka shinkafan nan ta koma ko da 500 ne garin tuwon nan ko 250 ko 300 ya zauna ga marayu ga 'ya'ya ga kowa da kowa dan Allah dan Annabi gwamnati ta duba mana
wasu me suka sha suka mutu
kwanan su 4 ba su ci abinci ba sai baba su ta dafa ruwan zafi da gishiri saboda sun ishe ta da kuka cikin su ba komai suka dafa ruwan zafi da gishiri suka sha duk sun mutu malam.
Mun fito saboda ba mu da abinci ni ma ina kwance ne ba da lafiya. Yara na 5 marayu ne babansu Allah ya mai rasuwa kanin ma ya rasu babban wan ma ya rasu. Ba wani mai tallafa mana. Muke neman maga Allah ga wanda Allah ya ba ikon yi fi sabilillah.
Amma yanzu nawa murin shinkafa yake kuma wanne kalubale kuke fuskanta?
1,600 kuma ba mu da kuɗin saye in za ka iya kwanta ne na taso. Wallahi.
Menene kiran ki ga hukumomi domin a tallafa muku abubuwa su yi sauki ko a tallafa muku da abin da zai rage muku raɗaɗin wannan rayuwa?
Abubuwa da yawa. Abubuwa ba abinci, ba kuɗin saye, ba abinci ya sauko ƙasa, mai samu ga tsada. In za ka nan kan gwiwa ta karaya 3 ne, wallahi daga Allah ba wani. Nake neman taimakawa ga 'yan uwa musulman Allah fi sabilillah a taimaka mana.
A gare ni marayu guda 7 na rantse da Annabi Muhammad. Qur'ani bara nake ci da su kamar wayannan kaga tsaya kaga mata. Kaga 1 2 3 4 5 6 maza 3 8 na rantse da Annabi Muhammad sai na yi bara an ba su.
Yanzu me kuke so?
Taimako.
Kamar na me da me?
Na abinci kawai, na abinci ya tsada yanzu kwanan raushe mu da tuwo, daddawa babu, daddawa kun kasa ya a banza ba a tuwo, gari wallahi tallahi mu da tuwo ya kai wata 3, wallahi sai dai mu je mu sai taliya bashi haka muke sai taliya guda 2 500 kuma mai ma wani sa'in haka muke dafawa da gishiri. Tun da nake ban taba ganin haka ba ya taimako muke so.
Kika ce tun da kike kamar shekarun kenan tun da kike baki taba ganin menene ba?
Ban taba ganin irin wannan ba.
Me kenan?
Ban taba ganin irin wannan ba. Ni sannan yayin sarduna sannan ina shekara ta 12.
Sunana Maryam na fito daga Gagara Gasa. Dan Allah muna kira ga gwamnati da 'yan kasuwa. Wannan yanayi na rayuwa da muke ciki a taimaka a tallafa mana a duba halin da muke ciki. Yau garin tuwo naira 1,700 ake saida mana da loka guda. Taliya naira 500 kwaya ɗaya. Dan Allah dan Annabi a taimaka a tausaya mana a duba mana kukan talakawa. Gwamnati talaka suka zaɓe ta dan Allah a taimaka mana.
To masu bibiyan mu kun dai yadda bayan Allah nan suka tofa albarkacin basin su da kuma matsalolin da yake damu su suna magana a kuma waɗanda suka tafasa gishiri suka sha suka mutu. Da fatar gwamnati da masu hannu da shuni za su yi tallafi domin a ceto rayuwar waɗannan bayan Allah. Allah ya sa mu dace.
Bàbá Tinubu ẹjọ́ àríṣẹ́ ṣe ṣọ́ọ̀bù ẹjọ́ ẹ ṣàánú wa ẹjọ́ Bàbá Tinubu ẹjọ́ àwọn alágbè yìí wọlé ẹjọ́ ẹ mẹ́jà rígírẹ́tì ẹjọ́ bàbá ẹjọ́ ẹ ṣàánú wa ẹjọ́ bí tí.
Old woman don fall. Old woman. Mama, no kill yourself. Kiankuri, no kill yourself. No kill yourself. Kiankuri. See children for grant. See everybody. Now they fight up and down.
Ẹ ṣàánú orílẹ̀-èdè wa, ọ̀gá ògo ẹ ṣàánú orílẹ̀-èdè wa, ẹ ṣàánú wa, ẹ ṣàánú ọmọdé, ẹ ṣàánú àgbà, ẹ ṣàánú mẹ̀kúnnù, ẹ ṣàánú àwọn tí ò nípá, àwọn tí ò lólùrànlọ́wọ́, ọ̀gá ògo ẹ ṣàánú wa o, ẹ̀yin nìkan ṣoṣo náà nìrànlọ́wọ́ wa o, ẹ ṣàánú o, Olódùmarè ẹ ṣàánú, ẹ ṣàánú, ẹ ṣàánú.
That transmission line is a super highway. For generated electricity and power. They could not even make a down payment for a roasted corn. That transmission.
That is the recap of Tinubu's 1 year. Anything else anybody tells you, they are only trying to finger your brain. And if you think you can still endure for another 1 year, congratulations. And if your own is to endure for another 8 years, well, so be it you. But what I have now noticed is that one true emperor, you see, those who told us that we are going to cry for 8 years. Now, I am so surprised, Baba, that they are now the ones, when you now tell them that, this whole thing now, it remains 7 years. So when we say that, it can't be like say they said we are cursing them. They are now fighting us. And I'm like, I don't even understand. This used to be the free line now. On your mandate we shall stand, Jagaban. On your mandate we shall stand, Jagaban. Then when you tell them that it remains 7 years, so then the next thing they turn it into a fight. I said, it's just like a reminder. Asari, you remember that Asari one where it's like this
is not the Ahmed Bola Tinubu I know. Since 1992, when I encounter you, I don't think this is the Ahmed Bola Tinubu I know.
I said, if Ahmed Bola Tinubu fails, hold me responsible.
You say? I say, if Tinubu fails, hold me responsible.
Thank you. The job people are already angry that this is the worst government.
We have just started.
We must learn a lesson.
This man!
You're gonna trust man, Adam, Ojo, your eyes will see what your mouth cannot talk.
This is not the Ahmed Bola Tinubu I know. Since 1992, when I encounter you, I don't think this is the Ahmed Bola Tinubu I know. That calls me his friend, and I call him my friend, and calls me my son, and I call him my father. This is not the Ahmed Bola Tinubu I know.
Easy. Even Asari, when the Shege hit him, Asari spoke in tongue. And when I say the Shege, everybody gets in their own category. You get some people that believe that, there are some people that believe that once Tinubu become their president, their call will just begin to drop number from the sky. Food will come down, as if to say na call open shop for them. What do you call it? There will be security. Person will choose Boko Haram sympathizer, a Boko Haram member, shitty man. As his vice, will fight terrorism. Report Yawiri. Someone, because sometimes some of you, people at home no say, una de mad. Because how the combination will work, I have no idea. Unfortunately, a year after that, here we are today, and they are currently feeling like, are you mocking us? No, I am supposed to be in the money mood with you. 7 years to go. I hope you will remember that. 7 more years to go. Kolu was in Lagos. So go and recommission Third Mainland Bridge. Okay. This is a road that was reconstructed. They have been using it. But because they wanted to show that Kolu is working, they took him to Lagos. He said 3 days working visits. They now shut most part of the route around the area. Papa, even ambulance. If that's how you will know that. I don't know if I should say that today, Sha. Anyway. Nigeria is dead. All of them are trying to revive a dead horse. We'll see how you abracadabra, how long it will take you. How many of you say blood and the future of your children would have to be sacrificed to wake up this dead imaginary giant or giant of Africa? The president was commissioning a refurbished bridge and they shut down routes. Baba, emergency service in traffic light because Tinubu was coming to come and cut a tape and take pictures at the tail end of a third mainland bridge.
So, only in Nigeria, an ambulance is stuck in traffic because the president is passing and they have blocked all the roads. Only in Nigeria. Just look at it. This is an ambulance rushing to the hospital, but it's stopped because Mr. President is passing. This is rather unfortunate, and this only happened in Nigeria. Only in Nigeria. Very sad.
Because your rulers are criminals. They have to take themselves away from you. They don't want any surprises. Even though they know that majority of you are already captured, mentally captured, physically captured too. But they still don't want to trust you. And that is why they have to treat you that way. You become more dangerous to them, and they don't like surprises. But that could be somebody who needed an emergency medical care, or somebody already in the ambulance, but there you were. Only Nigeria. Right? So they send somebody to NTA. Like I told you, this is the kind of thing they share or discuss on their television in Nigeria right now about Tinubu. But somebody said, why must he be an